What's up, everyone? This is mhags art, and I'm back with another video, and this time I'll be setting up my October 2021 monthly plan with me. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, I always make a video every month showing how I set up my bullet journal, and all of my monthly themes are based off my favorite TV shows and movies. It's been a lot of fun doing lots of different TV shows and movies so far, such as The Office, Star Wars, Schitt's Creek, Rugrats, and this month I'll be doing another one of my all-time favorites, which I always love to rewatch around spooky season, which is Over the Garden Wall. If you've never heard of Over the Garden Wall before, it is a mini-series that aired on Cartoon Network back in like 2014. So it's been a while, but you know what? It's still great. And yeah, it's just like has that very Halloween spooky vibe, and I thought that would be perfect for October. Because I'm in grad school and I unfortunately don't have as much time during the school year to make full spreads and do all like the doodles and stuff myself, I thought I would try a kind of different style than I normally do to save some time. So I did this collage kind of scrapbook style. I just printed out some images from the show. So a lot of background images and some of the like landscapes and such with the characters as well. And then I also went on to unsplash.com and I just printed out a few like generic photos that I felt like kind of matched the theme and also were kind of like references to things from the show. So for example, the lantern, if you're a fan of the show, you'll know that one of the characters carries around a lantern, and it plays like a larger part in the plot later in the show. And the like railroad track, there's a part at the end as well. I'm trying not to like spoil anything as I'm talking about it. But there's a part at the end where there's a railroad track, and that kind of is what sends them into the unknown. Spoiler alert, I guess I should say. Yeah, so here I'm kind of just playing around with what I want the cover to look like, and also to kind of save time, I put the important dates next to the cover page. Normally I do a quote, but I just decided to do important dates. On the next page, I did a Dutch door to, again, kind of try to save time as much as I could with, like, minimal decorating, making the spreads as, like, efficient and multi-purpose as possible. So I liked using this craft paper as kind of like a base and then pasting the stills and stuff from the show on top. And then here I'm setting up a sleep tracker, and then I'll also be setting up my mood tracker. I've really been enjoying tracking my sleep, and this will be the first time I'm also tracking my mood in sort of a line graph style. So that way it's kind of more customizable day to day, so that'll be interesting to use. Normally I just use the typical mood tracker where you like color it in depending on the mood for the day. Then to just fill some space, I made a little gratitude area to write down whatever I'm grateful for. And then throughout the month, you'll see me kind of do these little stars, bats, skulls, just little Halloween type doodles, pumpkins all around to fill in that space and also go with the Halloween theme. And then here I'm trying a new technique where I use the edge of a ruler to actually make sure that I stamp my calendar straight, because I never do. And it actually worked pretty great, so I'm probably going to continue doing it that way. Then I just have a little space for goals, and the media is just where I like to write down what I'm watching and reading and everything else, kind of media that I'm consuming that month. So next up, I am doing my first weekly, and this spread I owe a lot of credit to. I believe their name is Art and Foxes on YouTube. I saw them set up their October, and they set up their first week like this, so that way you didn't have those like awkward 3 days on their own. And I thought that was genius, so I copied it. So thanks to them. The rest of the weeks I just did like traditional weeklies where it fit 7 days of the week pretty perfectly, and it worked out that way the whole month, which is always nice when it ends on a nice even day. I plan my weeklies Monday to Sunday, so it's always nice when it ends like that. So yeah, I just used some of the leftover pictures I had printed out for decoration on each of these spreads. I had some stickers as well that I used to fill the space. Another thing I love about Over the Garden Wall is that the soundtrack is just so amazing. Like, not only just the instrumentals, but the actual songs themselves. Some of them are a little more silly, like when Greg sings Potatoes and Molasses. But I feel like a lot of them have actually a secret, like, deeper meaning behind them if you really listen, like, to the lyrics and stuff. So it's really cool. And I actually learned about the show from a friend in one of my art classes in college. We were just talking about animation, probably like Avatar or something. And then he asked me if I had seen the show. I had never even heard of it. And he told me about it, and I went home and watched it all in a single sitting. And if you've never seen the show before, it's 10 11-minute episodes, so really you can watch it all very quickly, and it's almost like just watching a movie. I honestly wish that Cartoon Network and like other networks and stuff would make more like animated miniseries. I think it would be so cool to get more series like Over the Garden Wall. Then for the final spreads, if you see my videos, you know I love to do a monthly review. I did this like landscape right across the top for the banner, which I thought just fit so perfectly. It looked really cute. And then I kind of used this back view of Greg, Wirt, and Beatrice for like the goodbye page. I thought it just worked really well, kind of opposite to the picture on the cover page, which was like the front of them. And so they kind of just make good little bookends to each other, which I thought was really cute. With that in mind, I thought it would be cute since they are kind of like walking away and we're saying goodbye to October. I decided to stamp the message "So long, October," and then I added the reference from the show because the top corner was looking a little blank into the unknown. So if you're a fan of the show, you know that reference. Then to just fill in some more space, I did more of the doodles around it. Some washi tape. Oh yeah, and I added this orange drop shadow to some of the stamped lettering just so it would tie in the orange throughout a little more. So that is my full October 2021 setup. I hope you don't mind that I kind of just end up talking about the show the whole time instead of like how I was setting things up, but hopefully you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed mixing these pictures from the show and from like real life and kind of mixing and matching and playing around with the organization of everything. And also, I thought the real pictures kind of added that spooky vibe of being able to add in like the cemetery, the black cat, and lean into that Halloween vibe a little bit more. So that was a lot of fun. And thank you so much for watching this far if you have made it. I really appreciate it as a small YouTuber like myself. And yeah, watching our videos, liking, commenting, subscribing, all the cliches, as cliche as they are, they really do help. So I appreciate any support you can give, and I hope to see you in the next video.